Hi everyone, welcome back to our Scrum series. Today we are diving deep into one of the most important parts of Scrum, the sprint retrospective. Retrospectives are your team opportunity to reflect on the sprint, gather feedback, identify what went well, and also figure out what can be done better in the future. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to conduct effective retrospectives, share some techniques for gathering feedback, and help you turn these insights into accountable changes that will improve your future sprints. First off, what exactly is a retrospective? At the end of every sprint, your team comes together to discuss what worked well, what didn't, and how things can be improved. This is not just about pointing out problems, it's about fostering a culture of continuous improvement. The goal is to create a safe place where everyone feels comfortable sharing their thoughts and where constructive feedback leads to positive change. Let's start with preparing for the retrospective. Before the meeting, make sure everyone has had the chance to think about the sprint and any feedback they want to share. You might even send out a quick survey or ask team members their thoughts ahead of time. This ensures that everyone comes to the meeting prepared and that the meeting is focused and productive. Now, during the retrospective, it's important to use structured techniques to gather feedback. One method is the start, stop, continue approach. This technique involves asking the team to identify things they should start doing, stop doing, or continue doing. It's a simple yet effective way to organize feedback and ensure that all aspects of the sprint are covered. Another great technique is the 4 L's: loved, learned, lacked, and longed for. This method encourages the team to reflect on what they loved about the sprint, what they learned, what they felt was lacking, and what they longed for. It's more emotional and personal approach that can uncover deeper insights into team dynamic and project challenges. Once you have gathered feedback, the next step is to identify accountable insights. This is where the magic happens, turning feedback into concrete steps that will improve your next sprint. Focus on specific accountable items rather than broad statements. For example, instead of saying communication needs to be improved, try something like let's start a daily 10 minutes check-in for team leads to address any blockers. The more specific your actions are, it's better to really have the improvement. It's also important to prioritize these actions. Not everything can be tackled at once, so work with your team to decide which improvements will have the biggest impact. You can use techniques like dot voting, where team members place dots next to the actions they believe are most important to help prioritizing. Finally, make sure you are tracking the implementation of these changes. Assign owner to each actions item and check in to see how things are progressing. In the next retrospective, revisit these actions to discuss what worked, what didn't, and what adjustments are needed. This continuous loop of feedback and improvement is what makes Agile so powerful. And now, to wrap it up, effective retrospectives are all about creating a safe space for honest feedback, using structured techniques to gather insights, and turning these insights into specific accountable improvement. By doing this, you are not only improving your team's performance, but also fostering a culture of continuous learning and growth. I hope this video gives you practical tips on how to make the most out of your sprint retrospective. Until next time, keep reflecting, keep improving, and of course, stay agile.